All right, everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Let's Talk Sports with Ron. Right now, I'm just going to be going over three potential events that took place over the weekend. We had the Crown Jewel that was took place in overseas. Um, I'm going over that. WNBA LA Aces, not LA, Las Vegas Aces won the women's title championship. Yes, and our Miami Dolphins. All right, let's get right into it. Let's go with WWE, baby. Let's go. Um, I was very shocked with some of the matches that went on with WWE and the Crown Jewel. You know, because I had it where Roman Reigns would defeated Bronson Reed in the Australian Street Fight, but it was just too much Bronson Reed as Bronson Reed walked away with the victory, defeating Roman Reigns in the Australian Street Fight. Great matchup. If you missed it, kudos to you. Cry, 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 because that was the biggest street fight I had ever seen in my life between these two gentlemen, two professionals. Put it like that, athletes. And it was just like I said, it was just too much Bronson Reed over Roman Reigns. Now the main thing I liked was Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton. And I had it planned right. Stephanie walked away with the championship. Yeah, she won the Women's Crown Jewel, beating the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton in the battle they had faced in the Women's Crown Jewel championship. And Stephanie Vaquer walked away with it. But I think I'm gonna say it like this here. I love Tiffany Stratton, but seems to me Tiffany time might be coming to an end. Yes, if it was up right now for the WWE Women's Championship, oh hell, Stephanie Vaquer would have had both them titles, the Women's World Championship and the Women's Championship title belt strapped on her shoulder, like she did when she was with had the NXT Championship and had another championship title strapped on her shoulders. Yes, so I think Tiffany time might be over with. And people's in the lineup for that women's championship title is Nia, Jade, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. The list goes on. Bailey, etc., etc., etc. It just goes on. But right now, I think Tiffany time is running out of time. On elsewhere, John Cena defeated AJ Styles. That is amazing and shocking because I had John Cena defeating AJ Styles in that matchup. But I did. That is right. John Cena did defeat the AJ Styles. Sorry about that, viewers. Yes, John Cena did defeat the AJ Styles, but it was a matchup between these two professional athletes, and you know John Cena bring the wood, and AJ Styles had to bring the wood against John Cena, but just was not enough. It was just not enough to overcome John Cena and the powerhouse monster as he walked away as defeating AJ Styles. But it was a good matchup. You know the sportsmanship of John Cena. Yes, John Cena did his thing, but John Cena can be tricky. You can't trust John Cena at all. But when it comes down to battling John Cena, you gotta bring everything out. And I don't think AJ Styles realized that. And it was just where it was just too much John Cena to overcome the threshold. So John Cena defeated AJ Styles in the Crown Jewel matchup. And of course, you know, John Cena addressed WWE Universe. I think that was his last match. And you know, he's gonna give his audience and his fans a good show. Yes, and he always do that though. No matter where he win, he lose, he always give his supporters a strong, good show. Elsewhere, one thing I am so happy to see Rhea Ripley and Io Sky team up together to defeat the Kabuki Warriors. Yes, they did. Yes, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they just not having it. And I think those two between each other there had gained more trust and more respect for each other. Now they know it's a competition thing. You know, Everybody there to do one thing. Only one thing is to become a championship. And how long you gonna hold that championship title? You got Jay Cargill, Nia Jax, etc. How long they gonna hold that championship title? And that's all it's about. Professional athletes on both sides, women and men, for one thing, one goal in mind is to become a champion. And they defeated the Kabuki Warriors. Yes, I am so happy. I'm so happy because they needed to be taught a lesson. And we all know mommy is not having it between Kane and Oscar. Them two is not having it. And you know Io Sky used to be a part of the Kabuki Wars, and they because every time they go to that triple threat matchup, it was Io Sky, Oscar, and Kane and Kyrie. Yes. And you know that when Oscar poison sprayed Io Sky in the eyes, everything went downhill. And now Io Sky can't trust no one. No one. No one. And of course, the last but the good, but save the best for last. And Cody. And I had Cody Rhodes defeating Seth Rollins, but let's just flip it. It was just too much Seth Rollins on Cody Rhodes. Once Cody Rhodes locked that finger four in, it was over. It was over. And Seth Rollins is the best at what he do. Is defeating people that comes in his path. He is the best at what he do. Yes. Now, if this was the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, as you know, Seth Rollins will walk out the way with it, as always. But here, Seth Rollins becomes the Crown Jewel Championship as he defeated Cody Rhodes. Mm, 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 mm. And I don't know who is the best to go against Seth Rollins. Just like I said, TV time, your time is becoming to run out now because there's a new champion and she want that women's title. She want that title around your belt, Tiffany. And that's Stephanie. Stephanie said that belt will be mine. And that's all have to be said. Moving right along. Yes, yes, yes. WNBA. And y'all know, it was just too much aces as they defeated. You know what? I hate to say the word sweep, but it was just too much aces. Yes, the LA. I don't know. Why I'm saying LA, Las Vegas, because you know Las Vegas and LA. I like the sound of LA, but Las Vegas Aces, yes, and they powerhouse. Aja Wilson was not to be stopped. I don't think anybody in the league could match it to her because she won the MVP. Yes, she won the MVP award. She won her national championship title. She won everything. Yes. And the thing here is when you get swept, I mean, it was a swept in game one, sweep. And there was just no competition for Phoenix. Didn't know what hit them. 86-89. It was close by 3 points. Game two, 91-78. Game three, Game three, 90-88. Game four, 97-86. It was just too much Las Vegas Aces over Mercury Phoenix. It was just too much over. Too much aces. And you cannot stop that. So the Aces won the WNBA championship. Aja Wilson was named the final MVP. And let me tell you something about any sports. When you start the season, you got to start the season off right as a professional athlete, and you got to finish off strong. The Las Vegas Aces started the season off right now. It's going to be a tough road. They know they're going to lose some games. They know they're going to win some games. But when they got locked down, When they went to lockdown mode, it was over. Ajay Wilson just went into beast mode. This was the Ajay Wilson I had never seen. I mean, her points was always 30 plus. She had nothing but triple doubles straight across the boards with the blocks, with the steals, with the assists. That woman did it all. And, averaging 28.5 plus points per game is remarkable. The Aces have won the third championship in 4 seasons. They won in 2022, 2023, and 2025. Can they do it again in 2026? We'll see when the season jump off again. And let's do this. Let's do this. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. And I don't know what to say about the Miami Dolphins here because it's just a damn shame here because one thing I just don't understand is how the hell y'all blow a lead. Y'all went down, y'all scored. Okay, y'all had them 27-26. And the sad thing about it, their defense, Charger defense, shut them out. Shut them out. And when you get shut out like that's embarrassing in the third quarter. You can't put up no points in the third quarter. And the thing here is just the mistakes constantly being made by the offense. Tua locked in on his favorite receiver, Waddle. Waddle bobbled the ball, intercepted. Another interception. Another interception. Tua threw 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown. This is not the Tua Tago we used to see. No. The Tua Tago we used to see, and the Tago we saw last year did his thing. This Tua, for some reason, y'all, as professionals, that's what I'm saying, as the Miami Dolphins, as professional athletes, y'all is not ready for the season. This is why y'all have the record you have now, 1-5. 1-5. Tua Tago completed 21 of 32 for 205 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions with a percentage rating of 54.8. That's sloppy. That is sloppy. Now, on my fantasy league, I was going to put him in the game, but I'm glad I did because it would cost me the game. Thank God. I left everything as in leaving Matthew Stafford in the game. Perfect. The running game did his thing. Devon Arcane has 16 carries for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay. But on 21 carries, I was able to muster up 137 yards rushing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Look like the receiving staff just cannot get it together because Verada had 6 receptions for 95 yards, no touchdown. Julian Hill had 3 receptions for 31 yards, no touchdown. The only one who had a touchdown was Darren Waller, had 2 receptions for 12 yards and a touchdown. The only touchdown is coming from a tight end, Waller, who came out of retirement, had a hip injury, so he had to sit out for a couple of games. Now he's back in motion. But the sad thing is, Hill, Waddle, and Malik Washington, no touchdowns. You cannot win games if you're not hitting the targets. So the receiving core, and I'm not putting on the, I'm not blaming the receiving. I'm not blaming Tua. It's the offensive line. We got a lot of offensive players that is not gelling together. And if you don't gel, you ain't gonna win no games because it starts off in the trenches. The offensive line is young. It's being rebuilt. So that means we might be losing all our games, finish the season 1-16, and be at that number one spot to pick an offensive lineman. Now, if McDaniel sit down here and throw that all because we need to go offensive lineman first round, second round, and third round. We need to get offensive lineman perfect. Or just push all your draft the first 4-5 rounds and get offensive linemen that you know is going to qualify and come in and help the game because some of these offensive linemen, you got a rookie on the line, he's doing his thing. The rookie defensive end that finally woke up, he's doing his thing. He got a couple of disruptions in the game, but it was just not enough. missed tackles. I saw Phillips had the quarterback wrapped up. Hubert, yes, Hubert was wrapped up, but he broke free and was able to complete a 25-yard pass down the field for the move the sticks. You cannot be missing key assignments. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And if y'all gonna miss key assignments like that, y'all would never win the game. Never win. So like I said, y'all ain't never gonna win. We got the Cleveland Browns up next. The Dolphins have the Cleveland Browns up next. Are they gonna win? We don't know. We do not know. We do not know. And then after that, on October 26th is the Falcons. And at the end of the year of October, we play the Baltimore Ravens in our backyard. The other two games, we go to Cleveland and play in their backyard at Huntington Bankfield. We go to Falcons and play in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then Baltimore Ravens come in our backyard on October 30th. So that's the thing is, are we going to get some wins there or they're going to be all losses? So the Dolphins going to go, 1-8? Can y'all turn those wins? Try y'all best. I know Baltimore is going to be the hardest game. So I expect Baltimore, y'all going to lose against that game because they come with that number one defense. They come with defense, but they've been playing sloppy lately. Falcons have stepped up. They got they defense strong, but Cantor found Waddle and Malik Washington and Waller them down the field. Can the offensive line go ahead and block for them? So that's the thing that we need to know. Because if we keep going like this here, trust me, season's over with. And just like I said, y'all wasn't ready from preseason to regular season. The team atmosphere was just not ready. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the stats, and I'm gonna show you how bad it is. Um, it was all Chargers. Total yards 403 to 341 on the Dolphins. Turnovers, Dolphins had 3. Chargers had 1. First downs, pretty much neck and neck. Bills had about 1 first down. Chargers had 20. Dolphins had 19. The third down conversions was 6 for 15 on the Chargers. Third down was 5 for 11. They went for it on fourth down. Was okay. They was in the red zone 9 times and only connected on two of those attempts. Dolphins was in the red zone 3 times and connected on 2. So time of possession go all the way to the Chargers. 34 minutes and 19 seconds. Dolphins had 25 minutes and 41 seconds. And it's just basically on the offense. The offense is not together this year. So it's going to be a long, long season because neither the offense, the quarterback, the receivers, the running backs can't get it together. And it starts off with the trenches. If the offensive line ain't ready, it's going to be a raggedy ass season for you, and y'all have to face that. Just like I said, up for the Dolphins is we are playing in Huntington Bankfield. We ain't playing in Cleveland Browns in their backyard. It's going to be cold. Yes, we in fall, baby. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a nice mild to chill, but we know Dolphins don't like to chill. So, can they come up with the victory? Because the Browns ain't playing too pretty. They ain't playing hot. Falcons are playing hot, but they playing the dome, baby. But the Atlanta Falcons are always strong at home. But then again, we got them Ravens. The Ravens say, "Hey, we love to take a break from the cold. They come on down in this heat." But see, those are 3 wins right there that that the Dolphins can get on top if they play hard and come together as a team. Right now, they're not a team. They never was a team in preseason, and they didn't get it together in regular season. And as Tyreek Hill said in his Instagram video, even though he got injured, didn't want him to get injured, and there was a messy. And I fought the coaching staff because you got the cheetah on slants in his league when he played for the Chiefs. Holmes aired that ball out. 60, 50-yard TDs. No one wasn't touching Tyreek. He come down here, offensive coordinators putting him on slants. That's how he got injured. His foot was in an awkward position. You got weight on it, and it was twisted. Even though he had his surgery and everything, he on road to recovery. He got off season rehab to do. So, yes, will we see Tyreek Hill in the Dolphins uniform next year? No. He's going to get traded out. He's going to ask for a trade, or he might be a free agent after the season. All this contract money was paid up front. It is what it is. Dolphins, y'all shot yourselves in the foot. You didn't get it together in preseason, and you damn sure didn't get it together in regular season. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for listening to Sports with your boy Ron, and I'll see you next week. Peace.